Hey there, how's it going? We're happy to have you join us from all over the world. If you're new here, welcome to the family. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Breaking news exclusive leaks have revealed that a unit from the Houthi forces carried out ambush operations inside the Gaza Strip.
According to a security source, a group of Houthi fighters infiltrated Gaza and joined up with the Al-Qassam Brigades in a surprising field development.
These leaks show that some trained Yemeni fighters affiliated with the Houthis managed to travel to Egypt and then illegally sneak into Gaza through tunnels and secret routes.
Arab and international media obtained information confirming that this group is highly trained in guerrilla warfare and unconventional combat tactics.
They've reportedly been integrated into Al-Qassam units to carry out special operations against Israeli forces.
Recent data suggests that several complex ambushes carried out against the Israeli army in Gaza were directly planned by Yemeni military officers and experts.
A well-known American magazine recently published a report discussing these developments, highlighting the appearance of new and innovative tactics in Gaza that strongly resemble Houthi methods used in Yemen, like multi-stage ambushes, disguised explosive devices and surprise raids on enemy units.
The report concluded that this collaboration between Al-Qassam and Yemeni forces has posed an unprecedented challenge to Israeli troops.
It even suggested that many of Israel's recent human and material losses in Gaza were likely due to these imported combat skills.
So far, neither Hamas nor the Al-Qassam Brigades have issued any official statement confirming or denying this information.
More escalation. Today, the Houthi group announced the launch of a long-range ballistic missile aimed at Ben Gurion Airport, also known as Lod Airport, in Tel Aviv.
The missile reportedly hit two Israeli Air Force cargo planes directly.
According to a statement by the Houthi military spokesperson, the attack was in retaliation for what they described as blatant Israeli interference in the region and its support for the war on Gaza.
Video footage shared by Houthi-linked media outlets and other international agencies showed the missile hitting the military runway, causing a massive fire that engulfed two Hercules C-130 planes loaded with military gear.
Thick smoke was seen rising as firefighters struggled to contain the blaze.
Israeli media confirmed that Ben Gurion Airport went on high alert, all flights were suspended, and planes were rerouted to alternative airports like Haifa and Ramon in the south.
Emergency and firefighting teams rushed to the scene, and roads leading to the airport were completely closed.
An Israeli army spokesperson said the missile defense system failed to intercept the missile due to the long range, but didn't give further details.
Israeli security sources reported that shelters in Tel Aviv and surrounding areas were opened in case of more attacks. Meanwhile, in Gaza, amid rising tensions, the Al-Qassam Brigades released video footage showing a complex ambush targeting Israeli forces in Rafah, southern Gaza, as part of their ongoing Gates of Hell operation.
The footage showed a Qassam field commander declaring, "Let the gates of hell be opened," alongside scenes from a previous video.
Drone footage revealed detailed imagery of the ambush site, including key locations like the Al-Mashroa roundabout, Salah al-Din Street, and various combat zones.
According to Al-Qassam, the operation began with a rocket attack on a building where Israeli soldiers were hiding, followed by a firefight.
The fighters then retreated through a pre-dug tunnel, luring the Israeli soldiers into a trap filled with explosives, which were detonated upon their arrival, resulting in several casualties.
The video also showed an Israeli drone and police dogs sweeping the area to ensure it was clear before a 9-man Israeli unit arrived at the ambush spot, where more explosives were detonated amid the fighters' chants of Allahu Akbar.
Yemeni military spokesperson Yahya Sari confirmed today that another long-range missile was launched at Ben Gurion Airport in Tel Aviv.
Houthi media claimed the strike hit the airport with precision, causing significant damage to runways and infrastructure, effectively shutting it down. According to Palestinian news agency Ma'an and Al Jazeera, the blast was heard across large areas of Tel Aviv, triggering panic among residents.
Videos circulating on social media showed masses of Israelis running to shelters as sirens wailed throughout the city. The Israeli Airports Authority announced that all flights were suspended as a result. Flights in and out of Ben Gurion Airport have been suspended until further notice, and air traffic is being rerouted to alternative airports like Ramon in the south.
The Israeli military has also completely closed the airspace over the Tel Aviv area following the missile strike. In response, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu held an emergency meeting with top security officials to assess the aftermath and plan a response.
The Israeli military released a brief statement saying that their air defenses tried to intercept the missile but failed. It hit its target accurately. On the other hand, Yemeni forces said the strike was a response to Israel's continued aggression against the Palestinian people. They warned that future attacks would be even more painful if Israel doesn't stop its assault on Gaza.
In a serious development on the battlefield in Rafah, the Al-Qassam Brigades announced the launch of a large-scale military operation called Gates of Hell, targeting Israeli troops in eastern Rafah, in southern Gaza. In a statement, the brigade said they lured an elite Israeli infantry unit into a carefully planned ambush inside a booby-trapped tunnel, killing or injuring all members of the unit.
They described the attack as a major blow that could shift the momentum of the battle. Al-Qassam's media wing released video footage showing the moment the tunnel was detonated, along with scenes of fighters advancing under heavy cover fire toward the targeted site. So far, the Israeli army hasn't released any official statements about the ambush or potential losses, but Israeli sources have reported a major security incident in eastern Rafah, with increased aerial activity over Gaza since early morning.
Al Jazeera reported that this operation was in retaliation for the massacres committed by Israeli forces against Palestinian civilians in Rafah in recent days, which left dozens of women and children dead. International calls for a ceasefire and the opening of humanitarian corridors are growing louder. In this context, the spokesperson for Al-Qassam stated that this operation is just the beginning of broader battles, urging Palestinian factions in the West Bank to intensify their resistance efforts across all fronts. Elsewhere, a dangerous escalation between two nuclear-armed neighbours, India and Pakistan, has raised global alarms. Last night, Indian forces launched air and missile strikes on 9 locations inside Pakistani territory, including areas in Pakistan-administered Kashmir, in an Operation New Delhi called Operation Sandur.
India claimed the strikes were retaliation for a prior attack in India's Kashmir region, which killed 26 Hindu tourists. New Delhi blamed militant groups like Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba, accusing them of receiving support from Pakistan. Islamabad denied having any terrorist infrastructure in the targeted areas, calling the Indian attack a blatant act of war.
Pakistan said 26 civilians, including women and children, were killed and 46 injured. In response, the Pakistani military claimed it shot down 5 Indian fighter jets, including Rafale, Sukhoi 30, MiG-29 aircraft, and a drone. Reuters reported that 3 Indian jets crashed inside Indian-administered Jammu and Kashmir, but New Delhi has yet to confirm the reports.
Intense artillery shelling and gunfire were exchanged across the line of control, causing multiple civilian casualties on both sides. The escalating conflict caused major disruption to air travel. India shut down several airports and cancelled over 50 flights, while Pakistan rerouted flights to Karachi and declared a state of emergency in Punjab. Schools were closed in Indian Kashmir.
In response to these developments, the UN, the US and China have all urged restraint, warning that continued escalation could lead to a full-blown war. Pakistan reaffirmed its readiness to defend its sovereignty, vowing a firm and appropriate response to Indian aggression. In a surprising and controversial turn of events, former US President Donald Trump announced a breakthrough with Yemen's Houthi movement. Trump revealed a preliminary agreement to halt all US military operations in Yemen. Speaking at a press conference, Trump said the US would suspend all airstrikes in Yemen and hinted at a major announcement ahead of his upcoming visit to the region.
Al Jazeera, citing insider sources, reported that the deal includes opening direct communication channels between Washington and the Houthis and exploring security coordination on regional issues, especially rising tensions with Israel. The move comes amid increasing international pressure to de-escalate military actions in the Middle East, following recent exchanges of missile strikes between Yemen and Tel Aviv.
The announcement shocked political circles in Israel. Officials in Netanyahu's government expressed serious concerns about the potential security risks posed by closer US Houthi ties, especially in light of recent rocket attacks on Ben Gurion airport and key military bases. Houthi spokesperson Mohammed Abdul Salam called the move a victory for Yemeni diplomacy and the resilience of the Yemeni people, saying the end of US airstrikes marks a new chapter in regional diplomacy.
Analysts suggest Trump's expected announcement could signal a significant shift in Washington's stance on the Arab-Israeli conflict, one that might create unprecedented challenges for the Israeli government in the near future.
Thanks so much for watching. Let us know your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on notifications. At S News, we're committed to giving you straightforward and balanced news. See you